Apple just released iOS 27 public beta version, and I've been using it on my iPhone 17 for almost a week. This is part one of a two-part series. In today's video, I'll be covering everything that's changed visually: the redesign, the new liquid glass controls, Apple's new Image Playground app, and two brand new AI editing tools inside the Photos app. Part 2 is where we'll deep dive into the new Siri, so make sure you stick around for that as well. Let's get into it. Once you update, the first thing you'll notice are the icons. If you look closely, you'll see that the icons have picked up a bit more depth, especially the stock Apple icons like App Store, Weather, Messages. They have a bit more shadow, so that separates the home screen very well instead of everything looking flat. Also, if I pull down the control center, you'll see that the battery icon has been slightly changed. It's a very minute change, but you can see Apple just polishing few things across the entire system this year. This next one is the biggest visual change inside iOS 27. If you go into Settings, Appearance, Liquid Glass, you will get a brand new liquid glass slider. It sits right in the middle by default, but if you drag it to the extreme left, you will get the actual liquid glass effect with maximum transparency, maximum see-through effect. But if you're not the transparency guy, you can slide it right to the extreme right, and then you will get the opaque tinted version. It applies across the entire system. You don't need any external support across all the apps, across the control center, and there, according to your preference, you can keep the slider as per your wish. Apple also redesigned the Image Playground app. I'm certain that this Image Playground app was already there in the previous version, but I don't know why they had to redesign it. It is now called Playground, and the icon is also slightly different. It is basically an image generation app using Siri, but you also get the choice of choosing the style of the image that you want to generate, be it comic book style, Genmoji style. You can also toggle on ChatGPT if you want, so Siri will use ChatGPT to generate the image. You also have the choice of selecting the aspect ratio, be it portrait, landscape. You can generate an image from scratch, or you can use any of your own images from your gallery and edit them. In this instance, I asked it to generate an image of a panda cooking ramen. And once the image got generated, you also have the option of just editing the image right inside the same app. For the second test, I uploaded an image of the Hungarian parliament from my own gallery and asked it to convert to comic book style using ChatGPT. So it is basically an image generation app, and you can play around with it to generate Genmojis, different versions, and different stickers. It's up for you to decide. But for me, the biggest change has been inside the Photos app. Apple earlier had the cleanup tool, which used to remove unwanted objects, or you could remove people from pictures, but now they have two new tools. This is the photo of a medal that I clicked, and there, if you click on Tools, you get two new options, which are Extend and Reframe. In this test, I chose the Reframe option, and then it takes a couple of seconds for it to understand. Then you have the option of zooming out from the photo and then changing the perspective of that photo. In this instance, I turned it to the right, and there it takes some time to understand what's inside the photo, what's the scene, and for maybe 20 to 30 seconds, it did its job in the background. Yes, you do need internet for it. And once that is done, you get the perspective. It's very good. It can reframe the photo according to your choice. Originally, this was a center-aligned photo, but then depending on what you want, you can change the perspective according to your preference. Let me do this one more time, but in the opposite way, shifting the perspective to the left instead this time. Same deal, original photo, and here's the reframed version. It extended the platform and the number sign on the side, and on the left, there were no buildings, and it correctly didn't invent any. It just kept the space accurate to the original scene, and once you're happy with it, you can save it or copy it just like any other edit. Now let us try Extend on a different photo. This one's a shot of me with my hands on the steering wheel. I'm going to zoom out, and it has to extend my hands and my legs into frame. That's going to be a little bit tricky. Here's the original next to the extended version. It filled in my hands and legs pretty convincingly. Genuinely a strong first beta showing for both of these tools. That's really impressive. So that's the design and photos side of iOS 27 beta. Subtle polish across icons and control center, a much more flexible liquid glass slider, genuinely fun image playground app, and seriously impressive new extend and reframe tools in photos. This is honestly one of the more useful beta features Apple has shipped in a really long time. But the biggest change this year isn't visual at all. It's Siri, which has been completely rebuilt using Google's Gemini foundation models. I put it through a bunch of real tests, including a few which actually failed. So be sure to check out part 2, which will be linked somewhere right here. Hope you guys learned something new in this video, and I'll see you in the next one.